Hi, welcome to the Dum Dum News Channel. I'm your host, Dum Dum. Before we get started, please like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments below. That way the channel will grow. Okay, in today's news, we're going to be covering a woman who filmed herself scolding or lecturing a CVS manager for calling the police on two black shoplifters. We're going to watch the video and discuss as we go.
May I ask, so I live in the neighborhood,
Sure.
And I have come to the CVS very often. May I ask why you called the police on those two men?
CVS policy dictates that if they're shoplifters, that exit the store with merchandise unpaid for,
Yeah.
we should get the police involved. And if the police apprehend them, we issue a barring notice.
Okay.
So I actually did not elect to press charges. I said, hey, look, I just want them to know they can't come in here anymore because they shoplifted, and I just need them to sign that, and I need my merchandise back. And the officers obliged, and the guy said the same thing, thank you, and they left.
Wow, what a response. I don't really think it matters if you come to the CVS all the time and you live in the neighborhood. That does not grant you any kind of privilege. Remember, we're not supposed to have privilege in 2020, okay? And to answer the question, I don't even have to be a store manager to tell you, but if two people are shoplifting, you call the police. If they're stealing from you personally, you call the police. That's just the way it is. That's the way it's always been, and I hope that that's the way it stays. He explains the store policy to her, and then he also goes further to tell her that he did not elect to press charges, so they let the man go. All they did was get the merchandise back. I mean, how nice is that? They let him go. They didn't take him to jail, which is where most people will go if you steal something.
It's not your merchandise, it's the store. So you know what happens when the black men or black people, and you decided to call the police on two black people that allegedly took something from the store because you're willing to uphold the policy, and they could have lost their lives.
She starts off by briefly mentioning that this is the store's merchandise and that we all know what happens when we call the police on black people. I mean, is that the most stereotypical racist thing I've ever heard before in my life? I mean, come on, lady. When people are shoplifting and police are called, they get arrested. That's what happens.
We can agree to disagree on this because I don't work for you. And I follow my company's policies, not your policies, where I can appreciate your concerns.
So you're willing to risk someone's life for what, $30,000 a year?
There was no risk, in my opinion. Thank you. You have a great night.
So she goes on to say that he was willing to risk their lives for his salary. You know, those same people that you want to let go will be the same people that rob you as soon as they get out the door. And I'm 100% sure you're going to call the police if they rob you, okay? So think about that.
What is your name?
My name is store manager.
No, what is his name?
No one's going to tell you my name when you're sitting here videotaping us so that you can try and elicit some sort of violence against me. It's not going to happen.
Elicit violence against you? You just elicited violence against two black men by calling the police on them.
We got to walk away when one of them had a warrant and could have been arrested, and the cops still let him go.
Just listen to yourself. You work with black folks. You just remember that.
And they love me.
Oh, so all of a sudden everyone has to tell you the name when you ask for it. Yeah, they work at CVS, but they work for CVS. Okay, yeah, they are customer service, and they're supposed to service the customer, but you're not acting as a customer that is trying to get serviced. You're in there actually scolding the guy for doing his job and for doing something that any ordinary person would and should do. In this case, if someone is shoplifting and it's your job, they call the police, you call the police. That's what you do. And now all of a sudden you want his name, and the guy's answer is priceless. Yeah, once you try to give someone name and try to record them, then it goes into the cancel culture, and they get canceled and they get doxxed, and people come to the house and they try to burn your house down and get you fired from your job. And then she goes on to tell him to listen to himself, and he works with black folks. I just don't understand what that means. Can someone please put in the comments below what he is trying to say here? Because it just sounds like one of those answers that some of these people give when they don't have an argument against you. But if I'm wrong, please put it in the comment below so that you can help me understand. Well, that's the end of the video, but that's actually not the end of a story. Because what did you think happens next? Yep. Protesters blocked Wisconsin Avenue for hours over the CVS. And in the picture, you see people holding the boycott racist CVS. You are complicit. Oh, people, these were criminals caught in the act, and the cops let them go. So I'm not sure why you're out there. I mean, is that what we're at now in the United States, where you cannot call the police on criminals and it's because of the skin color? Please, someone tell me that that's not how the world works now. Because if there is some kind of criminal action against me, I'm going to call the police. I don't understand why these people think that this is okay behavior. And then to come out and protest at the CVS and to block traffic for hours. Anyways, guys, that's all for today. Please leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about this story. And until next time, I'm your host, Dum Dum, for the Dum Dum News Channel.